Let's get into the game. Thank you. We have TSM,
Can't be over
FTX
30 and say bro.
versus Evil Genius. I mean, that was more of a thing.
Sorry,
during
over
my
35. I can still say it. It's important that I can still say it.
That's not. That's
Sometimes
discrimination.
I forget how old I am.
That's ageism right there.
It moves dynamically, so it favors me.
For now, technology could change things, Cinderin, as we have a pause so we can kind of regroup. And what is this a cheese pick still? That's a last pick brood. Historically, that is a cheese.
Yeah, I don't know if you would call it that to the same extent anymore, but it's definitely a... Yeah, let's call it cheese. You know what? Let's call it cheese.
Now, let me ask you this. Well, it's a double question, okay? I know how you like... Basically, when I ask 2 questions, you're going to talk for twice as long.
Okay.
So then I don't have to talk for another like minute and a half.
Okay.
So first question is this a good brew game?
Yes.
And secondly... And secondly, was this a... Okay, well, you've already answered my question, kind of. Is it just... It's just a good
I have 1
brew
minute
game?
29 for the other question now.
Okay, so the other question is, was this a desperation type thing from EG because they're feeling outmatched to some degree?
I just think it was the best option they had left.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow, you're really trying to prove a point here. You know, if you talk like that in our podcast, the episodes would be like 10 minutes long.
Wouldn't that be better for everyone?
It probably would, actually. I hear that 10-minute clips are, you know, they do
All right,
well.
I'll elaborate. I'll take the bait here.
Okay.
So I think EG's lineup here is actually similar to last game. My criticism is ease of execution. I think it's difficult to pull off, but the last pick brood gives them the possibility to really snowball and get in the game state where what they need to do becomes a lot easier. So I do like the last pick brood for solving that problem for them. And I think if Nightfall gets off to a good laning stage and starts taking control of the enemy jungle, all of a sudden the CK will have a much easier time shining, finding picks.
I mean, speaking of CK, talk to me about this hero, because it's not a hero that is super common anymore. You guys talked about the matchup with Witch Doctor and whatnot. Feels like a hero that it's either amazingly good or amazingly bad, and there's not much in between.
It's very polarizing for sure. He's going to have to run away here. Looks like it's just going to be 2 for 2 runs.
By the way, I just have to mention the fact that Arteezy does not have that ultra rare CK set disappoints me, because it's typically gifted to every pro player. It's like just one of those things.
Yeah, Arteezy hasn't been streaming, so he doesn't have every item.
Okay.
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 Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, about CK, I think the lane matchup against Beastmaster is good, and he's playing with Chen, so he should be having a nice time, but it's another one of those that kind of surprises me. At the time, the information, you always need to remember when you look at a draft what information is available at the time, right? The heroes that EG saw when they picked CK were were Beastmaster, Quap, and Witch Doctor, I think. So Medusa and Invoker were double response picks that both counter CK very... No, did he also see Invoker, actually? I think he maybe saw Invoker, too. Oh, Moon Meander.
Okay.
Might just die here.
Taking a lot of damage. Only has Shadow Strike right now, so no blink available. Will live, though. A lot of damage coming out. Wild Axe is not going to connect on the crit. Wouldn't have been enough for the kill, but we kept him extremely low for sure. Yeah, what were you guys talking about with the cask? How does that work? Does it last longer on Strong Illusions even?
Yeah, it should. Jarex is in trouble.
And he definitely picked it into that.
Jarex will live, but close call. Yeah, they definitely picked it into Witch Doctor. I just don't remember if the pick order had them picking it into Invoker as well. But regardless, like, I think this is a difficult CK game, and that's why I keep looking to Brood to solve the game, because in my opinion, one of CK's worst matchups is this Invoker. I think Quap, even as a support, can be annoying. She has a lot of AoE damage to kill your illusions. And then you have Medusa, which is notoriously a rough matchup for the Chaos Knight as well. So Arteezy really needs a support system in this game.
Saberlight.
Nice kill.
Drops in the top lane. Crit. Will be the trade. And mid lane, something we haven't really talked about, but Bryle playing the Invoker, Abed on Lina, and...
Great lane for Lina.
Yeah, CS is already in the favor of Abed to a pretty decent degree, and actually has decent kill potential on Bryle as well. Just doesn't have the mana to actually finish him off yet.
Yeah, I do wonder at the time when they picked this Invoker how much... Like, you know this lane matchup is rough, and you still went for it and put Quap on support. So I wonder what prompted this choice from TSM. Like, they're there were definitely other options, such as just putting Quap mid, right? Quap can lane against Lina, Quap can lane against anything in this patch, so. But maybe they really
if you had a favorite position for her, what would it be, though? Like, what do you think is most consistent for her?
For Queen of Pain?
Yeah.
Is mid, still.
Still mid.
Yeah, because you benefit so much from levels on that hero, it's insane. And when you do have farm, it just makes the shard a lot better as well. You just get a silence for free.
Yeah.
Good damage on Jarex here. Nice Nightmare dodging the snake. That's important for his survival here. We'll be fine. That is a level 2 Maledict, so yeah, if that snake connects, he's dead.
Not to harp on this again, but Abed is crushing Bryle big time. His top lane, Moon Meander, does not have Blink, so resigned to his death. Second kill for EG, but this mid lane is not very close at all. Should it be this lopsided?
If both players play the ideal game, I think yes.
Oh, okay.
I actually do think Lina doubles up in the beginning. Invoker's damage and Lina's like range advantage. Maybe slightly better than this for Invoker, but not by a lot. Like 2 CS maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, Abed is a very good Lina player, and this is a favorite matchup, so this is how it goes.
Yeah, that's probably his strongest asset is his laning stage, honestly, just in general for Abed.
Oh, good damage bottom onto Nightfall here. He does have 10 sticks, though, so we'll offset a lot of that Maledict. I'm sure Kyle will give us a formula for how Maledict deals damage for our next panel segment. Thank you for the regen formula. I'm sure you understood none of it yourself.
I was
Saberlight?
I stopped listening when it said Kyle said something.
That's probably a wise choice.
So Saberlight getting chased now. Just kidding, Kyle, love you. Yeah. Might actually get dropped here. Yep, Chaos Bolt is there. It's only a 1-second stun, but this should be enough, especially with the crit. So double kill for Arteezy.
This top lane's working out really well for them.
Indeed.
4 kills in that lane, going the way of Arteezy, 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, Arteezy in terms of CS, not doing amazingly well, but obviously has the kills to make up for it. Is Abed able to get the water rune in the top?
He might even... Wait, the bottom water rune's gone. Okay.
Oh, Nightfall ooh, pops the Fairy Fire. Maledict is enough, as Dubu gets credit for that one. So we'll be able to buy lots of goodies, says Bri. Ooh! All right, Dragon Slave does clip him.
Yeah.
Not sure if Abed knows that for sure, but...
He went for 3 in Wex instead of 3 in Quas here, which is common, but I think in this lane you might actually want to go triple Quas just for the sustain. I mean, he's okay there.
He's living on the edge.
Definitely being bullied.
I mean, any kind of tickling action from a rotation coming through would result in a kill for sure, but he's going to likely go back to base now.
He might stay. He has Raindrop and Fairy. And Abed's out of mana, so I actually really like him staying here. I think Bryle will slowly but steadily reach full HP here, just having an eye on the resources.
Tomato getting chased by Nightfall.
Good timing on the mana shield there before he got Brain Sept.
And they're very low on HP here in the bot lane as well, so... You know, overall, it feels like EG are getting kind of what they want. They've won this top lane, at least for now. Mid lane is theirs as well. Would you say the bottom lane is going in their favor as well?
Bottom lane is a draw, and I think that's like Brood generally doesn't win lanes until level 6, right? So as long as Brood's farming, I think you're happy as EG here. So definitely a good beginning here. And now Tomato needs to be careful. Maledict, some good damage coming out. Jarex coming in from the left. Has mana for Brain Sept only.
Nice blocking
They'll
from Dubu.
Dubu here. Maybe not.
Try, but there's going to be TP coming in now in the form of Moon Meander. There's the Mystic Snake, and Jarex is dead. Right. So finally Blink online for Moon Meander.
This is rough for Saberlight, though. The Quap leaving to go bottom means Beastmaster can barely lane. He's close to Dom somehow. Minute 6 after they got bullied this hard, so still managed to find some decent farm.
Reality Rift bringing him back.
Does Invoker have TP? He does.
That's nice blocking with the tomato creep, though, but there's the tornado.
That's
from Bryle.
What's it? Yellow tomato? Really? I mean,
yeah.
I know tomatoes can be yellow, but that's
I've just had tomatoes on the mind lately, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Arteezy pops the wand.
Axis could be enough here.
Ooh, not quite. Very close. As you can see, Arteezy very excited.
Yep.
He knocked off his camera. He, oh, there he is.
It wasn't him.
All right. Well, we'll find out someday. Okay,
nice
tornado, EMP, but the Reality Rift, not gonna be enough. Does not get a crit to get some extra HP as crit.
But he does get crit.
Yeah, the actual crit with the Wild Axes and Cold Snap. Double kill for Bryle, so got dominated the mid lane, but came top and has recovered quite nicely.
I'm actually kind of in disbelief that Beastmaster's net worth is higher than CK's right now. It's just Arteezy CS is really suffering from all the fighting. He has 24 last hits. Beastmaster has 38.
Yeah, that's
and that was in a lane that they were getting killed in twice on both heroes. They're just still finding way more net worth.
So in essence, TSM has won top lane.
Yeah.
Lost mid, but he's kind of recovered because of that gank.
Invoker's 300 behind. That's not even a loss in my opinion.
Well, because he just ganked and got a double kill.
But how far was he behind in mid after all?
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
think it was that much.
I mean, it was more than 300 for sure.
How did he get both kills? He got both kills.
Double kill.
That's 500 gold. Yeah, okay. He was probably a little bit more behind. Nice deny from Dubo in the haste. And now Nightfall's level 6. So this is where the game totally changes direction. When you get Brood level 6 against Medusa, Medusa's never coming back bottom. Brood will be pushing this tower relentlessly, and the question is who's going to defend? So TSM FTX actually have a couple of options, right? They have a candidate in the Beastmaster because he maxed out axes. He can defend the tower potentially. Queen of Pain, probably not as a support. He's going to TP out here, Saberlight. Crit used the stun from the Mud Golem, and that opens up a path for escape here. So I think a little bit of a mistake there from Crit. If he holds that, maybe they can just run him down.
Ryle getting chased by that said Mud Golem. So he has some backup with Dubu. All right, Maledict applied, but Crit should be fine.
They will park Moonmeander bottom, so I mean the good news for Moonmeander in this lane is that, you know, most Brood targets Brood just runs them down and kills them. Getting Quap is difficult.
Yeah.
She has the blink, she has the TP if it becomes necessary. It's just going to leech experience and try to get whatever farm possible. And actually looks like a potential. Oh, yep, you got to be quick out of there. You need to TP now, buddy.
Oh boy, he's dead. Axes come in from the sideline as Saberlight gets off the roar, but a little bit too late to save his friend. And Nightfall is just going to regen up and TP out successfully.
That might look like a big loss for TSM, right? They lose their Quap and they use Roar. But I actually think killing off that entire Spider army and forcing Brood to TP back to tower and have no health, I would honestly call that a draw. You lose a support, but you defend a lot of the pressure that Brood is meant to put right now. You should be pretty happy with this if you're Moonmeander, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how much gold they get throughout the game, as we saw in the graphic there with the Spider.
They might catch Abed.
Oh, Death Ward.
Oh, so
snap
good.
Tornado. And we're seeing the Death Ward become better than the worst ult in the game. Quote from Cinderin.
I didn't say it was the worst.
All right, somebody get that clip. Nightfall. He's dropping really low, and the axes finish him off. Moonmeander was in that shot for some reason, but he wasn't in the play. As Jerax.
He has Sonic here, if he wants.
Yep, Shadow Strike is there. But.
All right, sleep again. Now he can get gripped.
All right, grip for now. Axes come in, but this is going to be too much damage, and yeah, he's just going to have to leave his teammate in all likelihood. Brain Sap finishes him off.
That was probably not the nightmare he needed to take off there, but that's how it goes sometimes. Just wants to keep his teammate nice and healthy and mobile. We'll die for it.
Abed's going to get EMP'd.
What was I going to say? So Timato literally was farming the triangle, and he just walked into mid, threw a snake, got a kill on Abed, and walked back. That's got to feel so good if you're Medusa, to actually get involved in a key kill like that, get 250 gold for your trouble, and straight back to farming. And again, similar to last game, the gap between the carries, it's 1,000 net worth, minute 10 again. It's a lot.
That is true. Oh, what is this? Is this a heat map for Medusa? It's a farm map?
It's a cold map. It's in blue.
Nightfall's going to get roared in the bot lane and dropped down easily. So, I mean, Effie was talking about the fact that Brood is not the hero she used to be in terms of actually finding the kills.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that come to fruition for TSM right now.
Yeah, I'm afraid to say it, but it does feel like, even though this isn't a monumental lead by any means, I feel like TSM are actually relatively far ahead in this game, just from a macro standpoint of what the Dire lineup needs to do to function. You have Chen Brood, and you have not taken a tower minute 12. As a matter of fact, you haven't even taken half a tower. Oh, well, you might get a bit of mid now, actually.
Not expecting Duba to turn this back around with Bryle. Okay, not the best communication there, but the Death Ward being shown to the highest degree again.
Insane ult.
Unbelievable value with that green ward.
Nice
By green, I mean purple. Let's just say I'm colorblind. Is Moonmeander. He's going to get stunned up. Sonic Wave, not going to really finish anything off.
Keeps him alive, though.
It does. Keeps them at bay, and he'll be fine.
But yeah, if you're EG right now, the ideal world, you've taken bot tower and maybe even mid. And in the current state, you haven't taken either. Mid tower got low there from Chen's pressure, but you really have to be feeling like you're on a bit on a timer here to get something done. You know there's a Medusa free farming in a good matchup. You know the Invoker is having a good time against your CK as well. So again, from an execution perspective, you've put your team in this position where you need to play on a very, very high level right now, and the moves need to be successful. And TSM just seem to be ready for this. You know, Braille is down here in Ghost Walk. Is going to scout out Arteezy. This gives Saberlight time to react and get in between the tower, or behind the tower.
Yep.
Nice lag with the Wild Axes.
Yep, that's what happens is the Maledict applied to Nightfall with all that damage coming through, and he is dead again. And I believe Dubu took the Laguna Blade to the face. Will drop in the end, but Arteezy left to his own devices, and that just leads to a double kill for Bryle. So not off to a good start in terms of farm. He did find a couple kills, did Arteezy, but now it's just dropped off completely.
TSM just totally read that move. They knew exactly what was coming. Bryle being there in Ghost Walk just ruined the entire plan that EG had to pincer them there, right? So you see Bryle saw CK there. They get the Brood kill immediately. Saberlight had the time to cut back into the trees, come out for a roar, deal all his damage here. Wild Axes being very useful in cleaning out the Spiderlings, and you traded off 2 cores for a Witch Doctor, and you did not get the tower whatsoever. Now Jarex is going to die here.
Yeah, that one's the tomato.
Correct.
Down he goes. Thank you. I'm learning. Yep. Learning colors.
Very good.
I said green for Death Ward, by the way. Let's just attribute it to jet lag.
Well, if you can get the Hellbears wrong, you can also get that one.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Thank you, Syndra.
What color? Okay. Trivia.
Yeah.
What color is Lena's Lena in the slot in the game?
I'm really bad at the slot colors. It's yellowish. I'll just say yellow.
So people call it gray.
Yeah, because of Dota 1.
Right.
Yeah.
But what color is that actually?
It's yellowish. So
that is not an official color.
Yellowish.
I'm going to go with olive.
I'm going to say olive.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
I think that might be right.
Mustard's good.
I'm actually not sure if olive is correct. What did he say?
Mustard.
Mustard?
Yeah, that does look like mustard.
I mean, I do like mustard a lot more than olives, so I'll take
Okay, since we're already talking about really stupid shit right now, can I just mention one thing?
Yep.
Can we click on Medusa? Don't look at the spell directly, the W, Mystic Snake, just like off, right above it when it's off cooldown.
Okay.
Does that look like any other spell in the game to you? Don't look at it directly. We're going to have a cold snap onto crit. I'll give you some time here, Cinderin.
It looks like Moonglaive.
Nope. As crit.
It looks like...
Will die? All right, I'll just tell you. It looks like Skewer. As, Sunstrike. Ooh, it does hit him.
Oh.
And they finish him off with axes again. Can you see Skewer in there? Come on. Okay. Just from far away. Like, don't directly look at it.
I'm going out and looking at what Skewer looks like.
God, our casts are the worst.
That does not look even remotely like Skewer.
The E, the Mana Shield, also kind of looks like Skewer. Thank you, production. Do you see the horn? It's like the snake is the horn. It's a cosmetic.
I know you're jet lagged, but...
Oh, God. It's Skewer. All right.
I can't believe you can string together a sentence with
All right, we're going to have another kill going the way of TSM as they're starting to mount a lead now overall.
Yeah, they find Nightfall
as well. And again, Nightfall. Wow.
Yeah, he's not finding what he needs. 1 and 5 on the Brood right now. They do find the Bane kill top as well. And even though they don't find the premier target here in Abid, they essentially corner him and force him back to base. And he's not gaining net worth right now, being behind that tier 2. Has to run back. And effectively, if you look at the game state right now, this is the position that Brood wants to be in, what TSM are right now. They're in the enemy jungle, they have aggressive vision, they're bullying and pressuring out supports. This is what Brood is meant to do bottom. And yeah, the tower has fallen, but this time around he just got punished very quickly by, I believe it was Dubu as well as Tomato bottom, or was it Dubu and... It was probably Dubu Saberlight, actually. I think it was. It was raw on cooldown, so it must have been him.
Yeah, but on top of all of this, Tomato on Medusa is already by far the most farmed hero.
It's not going to change either. CK will never catch up unless they start finding kills. CK can't farm at the rate of the premier carries, which is one of the hero's major downfalls. If it could, it would also be broken, right? Because of how much it gets out of the ult. So yeah, he will definitely be behind on net worth here. The issue is that the matchup is tough in addition to being behind. All right.
Sonic Wave. Goodbye, Mr. Jerax. And TSM, again, they just... This is not an insurmountable lead, but I think the reason that you probably have this opinion, or one of them, is so much emphasis on the Brood because CK is not a traditional carry. It's not a hero that you're going to catch up on necessarily. He's semi-countered already.
And it's also how much effectiveness do you get out of Chen and Brood's net worth, right? It's one thing to be 4K behind, but how much does Chen's net worth do against the enemy lineup? You have a mech, and you have a medallion, which, like, Crit has good farm for a Chen here. He has totally respectable net worth, but with the type of fights they're playing, are these items going to be game-changing? And if they aren't, then effectively their net worth doesn't contribute very much, and therefore the actual lead isn't 5K.
Oh boy. But Nightfall, Cold Snap, Moon Meanders here, does not have his ult, but
Orchid?
You can see, not even needed at this point. They're trying to turn it around with the Laguna Blade. They'll do so. It's a 1-for-1. Moon Meander blinks out. Okay. So this time EG was wary of it. But there's the Stone Gaze to try to keep everybody at bay, and Tomato is so farmed, taking out every creep in his wake with the cash and the Death Ward, one of the best ultimates in the game. You heard it here first. Arteezy trying to turn this around, really wants to get revenge on the Witch Doctor. He'll do so, but dies shortly after. So TSM...
Duba's got to be feeling... That's somebody who died and is super happy about dying. That camera shot right there. That emotion, he was proud. You could tell in that face. He was like, damn, I did good there. Got a godlike cask, fully channeled Death Ward, and then he ends up trading his life for the enemy position 1. Just doesn't get better than that.
So what are your thoughts on Death Ward?
Really good in specific situations. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen very often, but in this game, he's making it look great. That cask, though. Cask, Maledict, and the Death Ward is just going to town. He's soloing the enemy Lina here because of the cask.
Yeah.
Just wonderful stuff from Dubu.
I mean, Tomato having so much farm, he cleans up all the creeps immediately. It's just, you lose like all your, I mean, that's the reason that Chen is there. That's the reason Brood is there for the most part. And they just die immediately.
Has fallen.
Rough stuff for EGs. They're down 6K, but it feels like more than 6K.
It really does,
I don't see a path back, really.
That's what's problematic here. They need to dig deep, and I mean, okay. We're talking. Hang on. Let's see Jerax die here.
Never heard anybody put it quite like that.
That's okay. That
all right. Let's watch this death in silence.
Died. All right, trade off. They got Saberlight.
Yeah, that's a big kill for EG.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Don't look at my screen right now.
Okay, I'm not looking.
So you said you have this feeling that TSM are really far ahead. What do you think the win expectancy is with a 6K lead?
With Medusa being this farmed against a CK that doesn't scale very well, I will say 91%. All
right, that's pretty close. 96.
96%. Okay, that's even
Gabe
higher.
loves this game state for Radiant. It's actually down to 95 after they got their Beastmaster killed, so a little bit of a comeback. Oh, Abed.
Yep, he's giving a high five. Laguna Blade, though, to try to counteract this. Abed has a Spirit Vessel applied. Moon Meander. See the Sunstrike off the mark. Abed.
Oh,
nice job.
Great
juking, TPing out, and will be successful.
He's not TPing.
All right, not TPing out.
TP.
He's smiling. He's very happy.
Oh, what a great juke.
Yeah. They obviously don't know he doesn't have a TP. Oh, wait. Forge Spirits.
Okay, they went the same. Is none of them going to check that corner? Actually, they checked literally every other spot than that corner.
They might not know it exists.
Oh. All right.
Away he goes.
Still looking here with Moon Meander, but...
By tomorrow, they'll find him in the enemy base.
That's one to go back and watch in the replay. There we go. Now we check the corner. It's like, this must be where he was.
That's why you got to enable the Legion Commander terrain, Cinderin. Then you know the tree paths a little bit better. Immortal Gardens.
I'm sure they know that path. They just didn't check it.
7K net worth lead now for TSM. We see the smoke here from EG. Arteezy wanting to get quite active. We haven't really talked about items at all this game, but he has the Halberd to go along with the armlet now. Halberd against Medusa, obviously very good, but where's your damage coming from?
Yeah,
it's basically
Abed. Has to be Lina killing here, but he has to go Travels BKB here. There's just no way around it.
Trying to bait. Oh, Moon Meander jumps in really deep. He's going to get Chaos Bolt right off the bat into the Phantasm and into certain death. Saberlight uses Primal Roar. They're going to find the Bane on the outskirts here, as they look like they want to fight. They feel like they really have the advantage here, and you can't really blame them. So it's a 1-for-1 to start this out, but there, again, Invoker getting killed, so Arteezy with a nice double kill. Tomato pops the ult, but nobody's really around him. He's going to try to focus down the Brood at the very least. So they get some collateral, but still a good fight for EG.
Yeah, that was
really weird. Kind of a scattered, segregated fight, and strange.
Yeah, the way that started is about as good as it's going to get, right? They catch the Quap and kill her off immediately, and then the Roar goes on a CK illusion. So they have a lot of leeway in that fight with the immediate advantage they get. But still, like, despite all of that, it's still a 2-for-2. So...
Yeah, but even trades, I think EG will take.
For sure.
Given the current game state. So next Roshan, it's going to be 2 minutes for the next spawn. As Moon Meander, the enemy jungle with the outpost to help them out. Jerax is going to get clipped by the tornado. Moon Meander, oh my god, hits his entire team with the Sonic Wave, and you can see that is a morale boost. They know they don't even need that spell to get the Bane Elemental. And they get the outpost. Cinder, I wish people could see your face right now. Your mouth is open and you're just staring up.
I'm just.
Are you okay? Does everything look like horn toss to you?
Production, don't put on all the lights. You're not showing my face right now. It's not happening.
They're getting it prepped and ready to go. Or either that or they think this game's going to end any second. There's Arteezy. All right. He's going to dodge that tornado. I mean, what does a fight, like a successful fight, look like for EG? You guys talked about how it's a very hard executed lineup, is what to hold that thought here.
I think the best angle they have into a fight is Brood flanks from the back, Orchids the Queen and kills her, or Witch Doctor. And then they need to kite around Medusa. That's probably... But that's what's so tricky, right? Their only reliable catch, really, is Bane's Grip, and it's just gonna get shut down immediately by a tornado, or by a roar, or just Medusa using ult and running in is also gonna stop that. So it is hard, I think.
See a replay here of the massive Sonic Wave. Look at the pretty colors with that Arcane.
You cannot be closer to hitting Bane than that.
Oh, but he hit his whole team. What if that gave a buff? No, no, no. Don't look at my face. Jerax, oh, he's going to tick out. To Dubu's Maledict, it looks like.
All right.
And Roshan
this is an almost,
has awakened.
This is inaccessible for EG, I think. This fight is borderline impossible. But at the same time, they kind of have to try it, even if it's a very low percentage play. But Tomato's going to be in the pit alone. He's going to keep getting Alacrity. He's sending in one illusion.
You can try to steal it. That's maybe best case scenario for EG. I don't know if you want to fight around a Stone Gaze. That seems quite impossible. Of course, Tomato's just going to pop that as Roche gets low anyway. Nightfall showing himself. Deafening Blast.
That's a tornado.
Maybe not even bothering with the Stone Gaze. That's going to be Shard and Aegis. Does Shard go to Medusa here is the question. So that's the Mystic Snake on single target. That's the skewer. You really don't see it?
I mean,
do you like abstract art?
I see it a little bit, okay? I mean, it's really...
Imagine it's green, like...
I think... Okay, so I said Moonglaves. It looks more than that than skewer.
It kind of does look like Moonglaves, yeah. But that's when you look at it directly. All right, Alacrity on Tomato.
Indirectly.
That's what I literally said. Start this off. Is Jerax, okay, nice dodge. But not sure it's going to be enough. He drops to the EMP. And he's dead for 30 seconds. Does have buyback, though. As you can see, the Phantasm already popped by Arteezy.
Why is Medusa shooting water?
It's a cosmetic.
Okay.
And Scotty combined.
That's a good answer, thank you. The Phantasm is running in and dying. That's really not good.
Yeah, the CK just, the pick just has not worked. It looks very underwhelming right now. And I think they just have to give this up. Knowing that Phantasm is down, they could just continue on with more, especially with this Aegis still in his inventory.
I think TSM can just end the game. Like,
Yeah.
just one lane to the next. What are you going to do to stop this? Alacrity the Medusa, give her Solar Crest, hit building, Beastmaster Aura,
And the dragon.
Dragon Aura.
Look at that. Big boy on campus.
Man, sometimes Dota just looks so easy. It's like,
Yeah.
it almost feels like Tomato doesn't even have to try. He's just
Oh.
standing still and hitting stuff, and it's just working.
Dragon was stolen.
Yeah, that's that shard.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
All right, 2 lanes.
Yep, 2 lanes given up without really a defense. And how long is Phantasm? I mean, they have to have Phantasm. It is up now. As he's going to use it, try to go onto Beastmaster, but there's a Tornado immediately to counteract it into the Deafening Blast, followed up by a Roar. Laguna Blade, not enough to take out Saberlight. Look at the beautiful Sonic Wave. This time he hits the entire enemy team. He's learned from his mistakes. GG is called 2-0 stomp by TSM. My goodness, EG just put in their place this series.
Yeah, they brought some different strategies to the table today, EG, and they just did not
But
work.
he's really going ham on that water. Like, he's thirsty after that. He wants more.
Yeah. Oh, that's got to be a feel-good Sonic Wave. But man, what a setup from Bryle in the end as well, right? He gets the Tornado and CK all the illusions, gets a full Deafening Blast, and then a 4-hero Meteor on top of Sonic Wave. It's just over, yeah.
That's good.
There you go. Let's hit the gym, boys.
Yeah.
Timato's like, oh, chill, Moon. Let's watch the replay first.